Richard Saturnino Owens is an American fashion designer who is the subject of many other YouTube documentaries on YouTube, one of my favorites being by Bliss Foster. Please see the link in the description below if you are interested in learning more about Rick Owens. Rick Owens' fashion sense, from what I have seen, plays with mythology and themes of vulnerability, as is shown in many of his garments, the use of harsh presentations of the materials, and with soft and transparent or mesh pieces. The Rick Owens basic short-sleeve t-shirt is anything but basic. It is a see-through material that is exceptionally long, and I wonder in what ways one could style it. I like how when worn with the Bela boxer shorts, the drawstring, which alone on the pants seems inconspicuous because of its natural coloration, suddenly seems even brighter and becomes the center of attention by obscuring it with the mesh basic t-shirt. I find this to be reflective in my interpretation of the themes I discussed earlier. In the Bela boxer shorts by themselves have drawstrings that in my mind are positioned in a way that emphasize the locus of masculine energies, the manhood, if you will, and feel this is emphasized by the two metallic grommets that may symbolize the testicles of a man with subtlety. When the pants are by themselves, the manhood and desire is outlined by the relatively bright, natural-looking drawstrings, possibly indicating that sexuality is a natural primordial force arising from darkness and emptiness. It is relatively ribald and ridiculous, and I say ridiculous in a nice way as a compliment, as I believe the ridiculousness and slight ribaldness is intentional to trigger feelings of nitpickiness and clinical cold derision. One might say, there's nothing special about these shorts, just a ridiculous long drawstring in a natural color and a exposed zipper. That might be the immediate knee-jerk reaction someone could have to these. I'm imagining. The two grommets, which represent testicles, are apparent when the pants are inspected alone, and they likewise serve the role of procreation, a cold and sterile role. The primal portion of us that thinks of lovemaking and desire is empty of thoughts of procreation most of the time. In this way, the metallic grommets represent that upon inspection, the desire, for lovemaking, and intimacy are merely mechanical, grotesque, and boring or unimportant, echoed by how scared our society is of sexuality that one would even need such hidden meanings to suggest something so allegedly vulgar. That is why the shorts themselves, in their relatively simplistic designs, may indeed seem vulgar, since they are so suggestive. But when worn with the shirt, which is, I feel, intentionally long and made out of a dark mesh material, when it covers up the dark metallic pieces of the grommets, which once stood out, and starts to occlude the natural-looking fibers of the drawstring. But in a strange way, this only acts to make the drawstring even more obvious and sticks out even more. As desire and the ability to experience it fade from the dying man, the desire is all that he desires. He desires to desire and be desired. Not only that, but he desires that his desire be desired by someone who desires their own desire to be desired by the desired. One mote of consciousness, indeed, is brighter than all the stars in the universe. Of course, I am projecting my own interpretations here, and my own insecurities, and reflection of what is, I believe, to be an artistic piece. This is what these pieces, artistically interpreted, mean to me. This is how I see it, and this is purely my opinion. They are very comfortable and functional. The Bela shorts are made out of a stiff cotton fabric that obfuscates the form of the upper thigh and hips, while revealing the legs. The upper portion is very soft and comfortable, but I am speaking of the mesh shirt, but very revealing, as it is a see-through mesh material, in case the camera fails to capture this. I have to state it is a see-through mesh material. Overall, this is a very comfortable and curious outfit, and I think that they work together very nicely. I would also like to let you know that it is probably a good idea to wear underwear underneath them, because the Bela shorts have a side slit that goes very high up the thigh and may make other certain things visible that perhaps one would prefer to keep covered, and such as underwear and other things, maybe underwear that is able to avoid detection from this slit, from being perceived. Maybe something that is a little more discreet, like briefs, would be more suited to this garment. It is, of course, a very comfortable pair of shorts, and the long mesh or sheer basic t-shirt is actually very comfortable and works very well with it. I'm very pleased. Thank you, and please let me know what you think of Rick Owens' fashion designs, if you have experience with them. Please also let me know what other brands you would like to see reviewed. I love you all. Please take care of yourselves.